Hello, hello.
Hey, let's reboot.
We are going to start our Getting to Know Us series so you can get to know us a little better. And we're going to start with us.
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad. Where do we start?
I guess we'll start from the beginning.
We're not that hip. Not getting to know you. Okay.
I guess I could start, if you like.
What's what?
Well, where I was born and raised.
Okay.
And it started from there, First my mom and dad met. No, I'm joking. Okay, so I was born and raised in Queens, New York. My mother and father were from Jamaica, and they came to the United States. And so I'm what you call a Jamaican, and graduated high school in 92. But graduated high school in 92. I wanted to become either a veterinarian or a Marine when I was 14 years old. So a month out of high school, I became a Marine. And what about you? Where are you from?
I was born in Eastern Washington State, not D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other side.
Yeah, and the other side of Washington. Not the rainy side in Seattle that you see in the movies, but across the mountains in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And I guess how long have we been married?
I don't know. No, I'm joking. We've been married. It's going to be 12 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12 years, August 12th.
Couple months.
Yeah, wow.
And I hate this. How did we meet?
We met online. I guess a dating site called ldsplanet.com. Yeah.
We don't recommend it.
And we were both just doing our 1 month of
No, it was like 2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah,
it
was like a 2 week
2 weeks of a
trial
free,
thing,
subscription or what have you. And I was just going to classes online. I had a computer, and I figured I find someone that had the same faith that I did. So I went on.
Say that again so I can cut that out.
I wanted to find someone that had the same faith that I did. And lo and behold.
I was signing off and making sure it didn't renew for an actual subscription because I was busy. I had Makai, he was 2. I'd moved back to Washington State from Utah, and I was going to school full time and was busy with church, and so I just figured my life was great and full enough, so it wasn't really for me. So I was making sure that it was unsubscribed and not going to renew, and that's when he said hello.
Yeah, I was going around one time of the block to see what was going on and see how everything was, and as I said, I was actually going to unsubscribe myself, and I was looking to see who was actually online at that time, and I looked and I saw her, and I started speaking with her.
He didn't have a profile picture, so I figured, You didn't, though.
No, I didn't at the time. So
yeah, and so then we chatted for a little bit. I thought it was a miracle when we got 5 sentences in and he didn't say anything inappropriate. So that was new on there. And then we ended up exchanging phone numbers and talked. Yeah,
I called her that night, and we spoke on the phone. I think it was maybe 11 o'clock East Coast time, PM. That I called her and spoke with her, and we didn't get off the phone until that next morning.
So you had to go to work.
Sun was coming up. So I was like, man, I thought I was done with this in high school, on the phone for hours and hours on end. But I guess that's the best way to get to know someone.
Yeah. So if you don't know, we're LDS, or members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Mm-hmm. And
at that time, I was still kind of a new member, not been in the church for about maybe a year at the time, I would have to say. And, I was getting into reading the scriptures and stuff like that. And, with her being a night owl and me working late on my lunch breaks or whatever, I would go ahead and call her up and we would read the scriptures together.
Aww.
So, yeah.
If only we were still this about reading the scriptures.
We can get there.
Yeah. So then it was only a month later you flew out, month and a half maybe.
Yeah.
He came to Washington State. He stayed with my parents
for the weekend.
His siblings were scared they might be murderers. And they're like, how do they know you're not a murderer? And we're
That's
just
true.
like, that's how you roll in the church.
Yeah,
No.
like they're members.
So he did. He stayed with my parents nearby, and we had a great visit. Makai was about 4 at the time.
It was 4, yeah.
And
I saw my first waterfall.
We did. We took him to his first waterfall.
Had a little picnic with the family and everything. It was like a little Hallmark special. It was cool.
Yeah. And then he was flying home, and he was on a layover, and he called and asked me to marry him on the phone.
Yeah,
and I was
Salt Lake.
like, maybe, but you need to ask me in person.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened.
So difficult like that.
Yeah.
And then Makai and I went out to meet his family and to kind of see his, situation, his life. And we went to New York and met his family. And then, do you remember on the way we had the rental car and we were driving from DC to New York, and Makai was in the back going, Daddy, Dada. Dad.
I remember
like
that.
practicing, like, and I was like, oh yeah, we're in trouble. He's sold. So then, since we were in New York, we did like a magical carriage ride, and you proposed in Times Square.
Nah, that wasn't it.
No,
that
that
wasn't it.
what happened.
But I did propose to her in New York.
You did propose. Tell him where you proposed, babe.
Girl, the best place there is. It was at a China buffet.
A Chinese buffet, girl. Don't hate.
In Queens.
Hey. All his family, most of his friends.
Yeah.
Came.
We're not going to put nobody out there on blast, but we know who you are. They ain't show up.
Got down one knee and proposed. He said something sweet to Makai, too. He had both of us there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said yes. In the China buffet.
Yep. Hold on, bring tear to my eye every time I talk about that. All right, yeah.
I'm alright, it's just an itch. Okay, and then
we got married in Washington State in the park, and it was pretty cool because
you moved out so we were in New York in April, and then you moved out in July, right before we got married.
Yeah, had the military pack everything up and had the big old U-Haul take everything from DC to Washington State. Yep, that's what happened.
So then we lived in Washington State. We got a house, and we lived in that for almost 10 years before we sold it and everything else to come travel. So what else can we tell them about us? I don't know. What do you guys? What do you want to know? What do they? I don't know what they do.
Well, I was talking about where we got married and the ceremony. I thought it was nice. We got married in the park. It was kind of open. And
it's on the Columbia River.
It was just a small party. It was basically members of the church and her family, and then my one aunt. Love you there, Auntie, represent. And but I know all my family is over in the East Coast, so it's hard for them to get there. And then we had our daughter Grace, and then we had Makai. Grace was the flower girl / maid of honor, and Makai was the best man / ring boy. So that's how we did it.
The 4 of us. Yep. That was good.
And now there's more.
And now there's more.
Family of 7 now. From 4 to 7, huh? Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I don't know. What do you like to do? What are you interested in?
Ooh, I like to write poetry. I like to play chess. I'm not good at chess, but I just love the game. It's a very good sport. I can't swim. No, I can't swim.
He sings like rock.
I was in the Marine Corps 10 years. I can't swim. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know
what did I have to make you stop doing so we could start filming?
Trying to think.
You were on your laptop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I am big into finding out family history, genealogy. I got short-term memory loss now. Okay.
He really does. Well, that's another video.
But no, so I'm really trying to get into genealogy and trying to find out my ancestors and stuff like that, because, it's just good to know, good to find out who we came from, where we came from, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm into stuff.
Yes, what are you into?
Well,
besides me. Okay.
Hey. Lately all I'm into is editing videos. I like creating things. So when I was stationary at home in the US, I had a group of friends and we would craft together and make things for the kids or the house. I really like doing that. I love movies. I love going to the movies. Right. Kind of. I have a love-hate. Like, I love going to the movies and I like to be in the movie theater, but I can't stand people. Like, the wrestling of the packages and the talking and kicking my seat. And, like, I'm getting too old. I can't. But no, I love movies. And I love reading. I like reading. I'm trying to read more, like, abundance, self-help, happy stuff. I'm trying to listen to more podcasts though, so I can get it in. But I like reading like young adult, dystopian fiction.
I don't even know what that is.
Like the world
I
kind
can't
of
even spell it.
No, like the world ended, and then now they're like Maze Runner kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like Lost.
Kinda, but like the end of it all.
I'm lost.
Twilight. But not Twilight, like a lot. I mean, I did read Twilight back in the day. But anyways, I don't know. I like to go see things. I like to swim. I like to go to the beach.
Hey, you like to travel.
I like to travel. I do like to travel, which is a good thing because that's like all we do. Mm-hmm. And what's the first thing that you noticed about me that you liked?
She's hot.
Thanks, babe. It's the 4 to 7.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, I understand that one. All right. You know what? No, to be honest with you, what I did notice about Tamara first was her blue eyes. Her pretty blue eyes. They stand out. Yes, that's what I noticed first.
Okay. And then what else?
I want to say all that. Don't say it.
Okay, mine for you.
Keep it PG.
Mine for you was probably the poetry, creativity. You never show that side anymore, though. Once we got married.
I can't remember no more. Shut your mouth. No, I'm joking.
No, he wrote some good ones. It was nice. He read them on the phone, and I was like, oh, he's creative. I like that. And he's a dork. He's funny.
Time to get back with that.
He tries to be funny.
It's funny to me.
Let's see. What else did they ask on getting to know you interviews? A couple questions. We try to get in date nights, and that's usually a movie and dinner, or what? Sometimes we'll just
sit at home and watch a movie.
Yeah, we like movies. I don't know. Last night we went out and actually did some shopping and chores and things we needed to get done outside of the house without the kids, which is nice.
Ooh-wee, it was good. We conversed a little bit too.
We did.
Yeah, it wasn't, because you just watch a movie, you ain't gonna really talk because I should be quiet, I'm trying to watch the movie. But we actually conversed. It was good.
Yeah, that was good.
And we do converse sometimes late at night, like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. Stuff like that.
Sometimes we talk. Like, oh, you're still here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Something like that, yeah.
You're editing movies. You got the kids to bed. Awesome. Yeah.
I do say that I do really think that she's a superhero because she probably saves people at night. That's why she's up till about 4 or 5, you know what I mean? So, sorry about that.
Hey, my
edit that out.
My circadian rhythm is off, okay?
See, I don't even know about no circadian rhythm. What you talking about? It's a song? It's an R&B? That's that new jam.
There's an article about, I posted it on my Facebook page about how some people just have a different,
beat?
Yeah, I just go to the beat of my own drum, okay? What annoys you about me?
That she doesn't go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
That annoys me about me too.
Yeah. I think that's about it.
Nothing annoys me about him.
You're perfect in every way.
We like opposite day.
I
can't think there was other questions.
She doesn't like to be tickled.
I hate it. But I can't not tickle the kids. They're so cute, but it's so annoying. It's the worst feeling in the world.
I don't know.
Ugh, it's horrible. We're weird. I don't know. What were you like?
And we can't slow dance.
We can't.
I'm not saying we can't dance. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh yeah, brother can dance. You know what I'm saying? I really can't really dance. But anyway.
Well, show them.
Oh, shut. Anyway, so when we try to slow dance and we're sitting there staring at each other's eyes, all we do is just sit there and laugh. So it's
I
like,
just laugh. I can't do it. I can't be serious.
I mean, it's all right. It's all good.
Not gushy and romantic. I'm sorry. That's just not how I roll. What were you like as a kid? Yeah, what were you like as a kid?
I was a comedian in class clown. Yeah. And I guess I'm the oldest of 5, and before I had any siblings, I guess I was kind of spoiled.
I'd hang out with my cousins all the time and usually get them in trouble because I was like the one my mother would always watch out for. Didn't want to get hurt or nothing like that. Was kind of overprotective. So yeah, I would usually get them in trouble.
Usually the oldest isn't the baby.
But that's until I had siblings. Then I had siblings and it was like,
You know?
Yeah.
I had to watch the kids and everything like that. But then she would always say that I was her best. She was like, Robert would never do that. That's my real name, Robert. But I go by Wally. You know, she was like, Robert would never do that. Yeah. Man, I'll tell you what you do call me. But anyway.
Call him Rob.
Yeah. So.
Robert when he's being.
Yeah, so that's it, basically.
Why does it unfocus?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I'm moving, I think.
I think I was just amazing. That's pretty much it as a kid.
Being the only girl in the family.
No, so yeah, I'm the only girl sandwiched between 2 boys and 2 boys. So I have all brothers, no sisters. We're all split apart like by 4 years. Except my 2 younger brothers are only a month apart.
Sounds about right.
Is that intriguing? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so my youngest brother.
It was a plane. You know, so
It's magic right there. Is adopted from India.
brother from another mother.
Okay.
Sorry. I was trying to get an ant.
No, but I don't know. I liked to read and play with my dolls and go play outside with my friends and swim. Pretty much the same as now, except the dolls. My kids are my dolls.
That's true. Who we be?
We mom and dad. The Wallace, we will.
As Kingston would say.
Yeah. So if there's anything else you'd like to know,
Just put in the comments below.
put it in the comments below.
Put the questions and we'll answer them to the
We
best
will
of
do
our
another
ability.
family session with everybody's questions once we get everybody's interviews up, and we'll tell you what you'd like to know because we'd like you to get to know us and we'd like to get to know you.
No doubt.
Okay. That is Tamara. We didn't even introduce ourselves.
Oh, man, my bad. Well, my name is Robert Tyrone Wallace, a.k.a. Wally.
Social security number is...
I'm an Aries. I like a long walk on the beach. Go ahead, son.
I'm Tamara Wallace. And I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, yeah.
I like long swims on the beach.
Oh, yeah, it's Sagittarius, yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
I don't know the zodiac signs like that. Like, I don't know the zodiac signs like that.
No. Okay. Yeah. So I'm Tamara. I'm Mama. Dad. Robert. A.K.A. Wally. Thank you.
How about your boy?
And thanks for watching.
All right. Wallace Reboot. Out.
Out.